Hello, hello. Happy Sunday, everyone. Thank you for tuning in with me as usual. So, before I get started, I got to introduce myself for those who may be tuning in for the very first time. So, let me see. First of all, let's try to bring this down a little bit. Hold on. Okay. I bought a new camera that I could put the ring light around. So, when I'm doing online notary at night, you can see me. All right. So, my name is Burjo Elise Fully Love, owner of Be Elise Notary Services, as well as the Notary Education Group. I hate that my computer it shakes like when I'm using my mouse and stuff. But anyway, we come together every Sunday around 8:30 or 10:30 in the morning to discuss notary and business related tips. All right, so today we're going to be talking about using forms and spreadsheets for your small business and for notary business owners. All right. So before I jump right into topic, just like Terry just did, good evening, Terry from Michigan. I did have a great fourth. I worked, but nonetheless, it was good. Please drop in the comment or the chat section. Let me know who you are that is watching me and let me know where you are tuning in from. I would really like to know. And then while I'm waiting for you guys to do that, I'm going to just pull up some things here because I'm going to share my screen tonight. All right. So, why use forms and spreadsheets for your business, right? Well, they help you to keep organized, they help you to gather information. All right. So when you go on a website and you see that they have a contact form, right? That contact form is collecting information and it's probably populating a spreadsheet that's connected to the form. And so that's why this is important to have because you want to keep the information that is important for you to operate in a place where you can access, all right, with ease. So, some different types of forms that you, as a notary public, may use is a client intake form, right? When I have customers give me a call and they want to schedule an appointment, I have a form that I fill out. Okay, I need to collect information from them. Now, if they are not calling me directly and they are scheduling an appointment with me online, I already have a form there for them to fill out and collect the information that I would ask them if they call me on the phone. Okay. And I need all of this information to be the same across the board. Okay. Because this is the information I need in order to make sure that I am delivering the service that they're looking for. All right. So, spreadsheets. When I collect information online from customers, it populates into a spreadsheet. That way I can go to the spreadsheet and I can see the day and time, the different documents, how many signers, location, time, all of that stuff. And it makes it super easy as opposed to me trying to go through some notebook paper that I wrote down and so forth. All right. I like to keep everything together because I'm a really organized person and I can't function in disarray. So everything has to be streamlined for me. So, what are some different forms that you can use to keep track? So, if you have not already signed up with Zoho One, you guys know I talk about Zoho One all the time, is your office business suite that has all of the apps you need to run your business smoothly. Zoho Forms is the one that I use to collect information from customers so that I will have everything in one place. All right. I can export the information that was collected on all of my forms onto an Excel spreadsheet. And then for those of you who are familiar with using Excel, you can add a filter. You can filter through it. All that information is really super cool and easy. Some other forms that you can use, though, if you don't have Zoho One, so that you can use Zoho Forms. You have Google Forms, you have Jot Forms, you have Typeform, you have Cognito Forms, and there's another one I saw someone use. Can't think of it right now. But all of those sites make it so that you are able to export the information collected on the spreadsheets onto an Excel spreadsheet. And then you can filter and do with whatever you need to for that. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to share my screen and show you guys the different forms. All right, and then how to create them, because some of you may be familiar with the forms, but you're like, I've never created one, so I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm gonna show you. So almost everyone should have access to Google Forms. So let me share my screen. Google Forms is the easiest, really. I don't like Google Forms, and I'll tell you the reason is because it is not as intuitive. It doesn't have a whole lot of features, and it's just bone dry. Now, if you have, well, you know what? I don't know. I was gonna say if you got Google Workspace, it may offer more features, but I'm not sure that it does because I don't have it. So, in any event, let's go to it. So, if you sign in to your Gmail account, okay, which mostly everybody has that. You're going to click this. Oh, you guys can't see that because my Notary Education Group logo is in the way. Um, darn. And I don't know how to. Can I move this out the way? Full screen layout. Ah, there we go. All right. So this here, these dots, that's where you access your Google Apps. All right. And you see they have a bunch of them. They have Google Docs, Google Keep, Google Classroom, Google Sheets is the spreadsheet that is connected to Google Forms. And then you have Google Slides, which is like PowerPoint. Here's Google Forms. So I'm going to click on that. And I already have a contact information form here. I'll click on that. Excuse me. And so with Google Form, with any of these forms though, you can either share it using a link. So on your website, you can copy the link, add a button to your website, and save the link in the button. So when people click the button, they'll go right to the contact form here. Or you can embed this form right on your website to where it will be the form itself on the page, and they can enter in the information that way. I like to use buttons. I am a button person. So I will copy the link and add that link to the button. But here's a really simple contact form. All right. You got your name, email, address, phone number, comments. All right. You don't necessarily collect the address, but you want to collect a name, email, and phone number. And then comments can be their reason for contacting you. All right. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a form from scratch so that you guys can see how to do that for those who don't know. So you click here, blank form. All right. You can make a title for your form. Mine will be Notary Appointment, I guess. Hi, Naturally, Ali B. Notary Appointment. Gosh. All right. So generally, first thing we want to collect is name, right? We need your name. Who wants to make an appointment with me? All right. And then it gives you options here. Short answer, paragraph, multiple choice, check boxes drop down. You could do a file upload. Linear scale is for like rating your service. So if you wanted to use this for a survey capture, you could do that. You have a multiple choice grid, checkbox grid, date and time option. All right, so a name, that's a short answer. Okay, now I want to add another question. So you're going to click over here in the right, add question. All right, email. I want to collect the email. Phone, you want to collect the phone number, obviously. And then what do you need to get notarized? Or of course you can word that anyway. I'm just doing this for purposes of showing you guys how to do this. What do you need notarized? And then of course this is not going to be multiple choice. It's going to be a paragraph. Tell me what I'm notarizing for you. Some people have it cut and dry, a power of attorney form. I had someone book an appointment with me, which I had to cancel because it was for signing and notarizing a marriage license, which in Florida we cannot do that online. It has to be in person. And in the comments they put for transactional purposes only. I don't know what that means. My husband and my friend explained it to me, but I was like, yeah, okay, but yeah. So I had to cancel that appointment. So, but I do want to know what you need to get notarized. Um, Another thing I want to know is how many signers, okay? And you can do a multiple choice for this, all right? The most signers that I've had for a notary appointment is 6. 1, 2, 8. I'm sorry, it was 8. It was 8 couples, and it was siblings and their spouses. So it was 8 people. All right. So then you can do here, you know, you can add numbers if you like. All right, add all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to add 6, 7, 8, and then I could put more than 8. Oh, wait. Okay. So there you go. Okay, it could be a multiple choice or it could be a drop down. Let me see. There you go. It could be a drop down. Okay. The next thing I want to know, are witnesses required? Because sometimes people will come to you, they didn't know witnesses were required. Now you got to figure out, how are we going to do this? Or do you have witnesses? Do I need to provide witnesses? Whatever. So for the options for this, I'll make this a drop down too. Drop downs take up less space. Okay, than having all the answers right there for front and center. So I will put yes. I already have them. Um, yes, I need you to provide. Oh, I didn't finish the sentences. The question: are witnesses required, or do you need witnesses? Whatever. And then no. So yes, I already have them. Yes, I need you to provide. No. All right. And then for those of you who are strictly mobile, you can put where would you like to meet for this appointment? And then we can leave that as a paragraph. Okay. So now I'm done with adding my questions. So now I'm going to show you guys what this looks like. Um, you could do some other things with the form too. You can customize the theme. You could change the font. You could change the color. You can put a background image. You could choose an image or whatever, but I'm not going to do that today. So we're going to click the I here for preview. This is what this is going to look like. All right. And let me show you what the drop downs look like. Here's the drop down. Okay, so let's say 2 signers. Are witnesses required? No. Where would you like to meet for this appointment? All right. And then when they submit it, it's going to come to your email. You see, I have my email here connected to this form. It will come right to your email, and then you can reach out to the customer to follow up and get any further details. All right. Another form that I have for people is a contact form, which I already showed you. What are some other forms that I use? I do periodic surveys just to ask my customers, is there anything that they think that I could do better? Or is there anything that they would like to see me do that I'm not already doing? And let me show you how to do that. So this form is titled Notary Appointment. So we're going to do another blank form, okay? And we're going to do a survey. Now, for those of you who may not be creative with questions for a survey, you can go to ChatGPT, all right? Customers do not like long surveys. So you want to make sure that if you are going to use a survey, hmm, if you're going to do a survey, you got to keep it short and sweet. All right, so I'm going to go to ChatGPT and let's see. Give me 4 questions. Well, actually, let me show you guys how I like to do my prompts because you want to make sure you give it a good prompt so you can get good results. All right, so act like you are a notary business surveying the public on how your services are, I guess, whatever. Um, Give me 4 questions for this survey. Okay, and then you could put on there to collect information that, for whatever results you're looking for. But let's see what it gives us. Bingo. Here we go. How satisfied were you with the efficiency and professionalism of our notary services? Did our notary public adequately explain the documents and procedures involved? How likely are you to recommend our notary services to friends or colleagues? Please rate the overall convenience of our service location. Scheduling options. That is awesome. So we're going to make questions from there, okay? And I'm going to show you guys how to create a survey, and then we're going to move on to the next sites that you can create for us. For I don't have accounts with them, so they're not going to let me go in and create that, but I want to show you how they look, and you can look them up on your own time, all right? But Google, I have access to. So paste the first question here, and here's your linear scale. 1 being not so great, 5 being excellent. Or let me see. Some people don't like to pick excellent. Very great. Does very great sound make sense? Not so great. Really great. Let's do it like that. Not so great, really great. All right. Next question. Yes, no, maybe. Next question. And what I like about Google is it'll give you some options based on the question that you're putting there, right? All right. And this is a 1 to 5. Let's say not likely, very likely. All right. Next. Here's our last question. Please rate the overall convenience. Okay. Not, what can I put? Not satisfied, very satisfied. If I can spell. All right, there we go. All right, so let's see how this will look. Oh, I forgot to title it. Well, with this one, you can only put one or the other. But the other platforms may be able to let you add more options, D. So this is how that looks, guys. So how satisfied were you? Oh, so I should put not satisfied, very satisfied right here. Let's do that. It said how satisfied, so there we go. Not satisfied. Very, oops, very satisfied. All right, there you go. There you go, that's better. All right, and then let's put on here notary service survey, or you could put your business name survey. All right, so let's go back to preview. There we go. How satisfied were you with the efficiency and professionalism of our notary services? I put very satisfied. Did our notary public adequately explain the documents and procedures? Yes. How likely are you to recommend our notary services to your friends or colleagues? I'm sorry, very likely. Please rate the overall convenience of our service location and scheduling options. Very satisfied. There you go. All right. And that's how that will look. And then once they submit it, you will get notification on your end and you will be able to take a look. Now, notice I didn't put a name. Usually people like to do surveys where they're anonymous. So you don't need to put a name, not unless you want to collect a name and then you want to, you could also add an option where a person put their name and then you put on here, if you would like to, you know, or is it okay if we give you a call to get more information or more details? And you can have the person add their name, you can have them select yes or no, and then they will add their contact information. And then you will call and follow up and say, hey, I noticed you took our survey. Thank you so much for doing that. Just wanted to know if I can get some more details on your experience. Is there anything I can do better, etc. Customers actually like that. I love taking surveys because I think that it helps, which it does so much. Like I have a lot of reviews, and my reviews help customers decide whether or not they want to work with me. All right. So that's it for those. Let's go to Jot Forms. Now, before I purchased Zoho One subscription, I used Jot Forms for everything. I love Jot Forms. Uh-oh. Okay, let's just Google it. They may have a different URL. What is going on? Jot Forms. Sheesh. Is it something different now? Oh, jotform.com. Okay, my bad. All right. Oh, I still have a login. Here we go. Here we go. Got it. Okay. So I had my notary journal on here at one time where I was using that for my journal. And that is only for states where journals not required, guys. Okay. So I don't want you going on here like, oh, I can make a journal. Make sure you check with your state. Okay. State specific. I'm going to go to form. I don't know what this form is. I'm going to go to edit. And let's see what this is. It was nothing. All right. Well, what I like about Jot Form is it has a lot of features. All right. A lot of features on here. Okay. They've even added some more since I haven't been with them. All right. So here it says appointment. So you would drag and drop on this form. Look at there. So you can make an appointment form here. Full name, drop under there, email, phone, and let me see. Not fill in the blank. Okay, short text or long text. What do or what are you notarizing? What are you notarizing? They can add that. And then you have your appointment. And then below here you have submit. Super easy, right? The other thing I like about Jot Form is when the person makes an appointment with you, you can integrate this into your Google Calendar. So if you're using Google Calendar to collect appointments and keep organized, this is ideal for you. All right, so you're going to put here the hours that you are available and what days of the week. So for the weekdays, you're open from 9 to 5, right? On the weekends, you may have different hours. So you click a plus here and you can do, oh, it says add new interval. Add new interval, all right? And then you could do weekends only, where I will uncheck all of these and check the weekends only. And then maybe you're open from 9 to 1. Oops. Maybe you're open from 9 to 1 on the weekends, all right? And then I usually do 30-minute slots because it doesn't take that long to notarize documents. Unless you're doing some type of like loan signing, I try to do an hour because, sometimes those could take an hour. Limits, start and end date, rolling days. You got vacations you can put in there. Advanced, you can select one-on-one appointment type, group type. You can choose to send email reminders. So for Zoho, what I have is I have it to remind my customers 1 day before their appointment, 2 hours before their appointment, 30 minutes before their appointment. And you can do that here. You see, you can add multiple reminders. Okay. And it says to add more, you have to upgrade your account. This is on a free account, by the way. So you can use JotForm for free. I think it will allow you to have a limited amount of form submissions, but it's a lot. So if you're not getting people to book you 50 times a month, you can use this for free. Okay, just sign up for a free account. All right, so here you can change days. So I said 1 day, 2 hours, and then 30 minutes. Oops. And there you go. All right. You can customize your reminder email. What do you want the email to say? Okay, and you can type into this information. Okay, recipients, and then advanced if you want to attach a file. Okay, and then what I was trying to look for is the calendar integration. Maybe it's not on this page, but I know that it does do it because I used to use it. Obviously, that's why I still have a account with them. So here's your settings. All right, so for emails, this is the notifications, okay? An email that's going to come to me so that I know my customer made an appointment, an email that's going to go to the customer confirming that they made an appointment with me. Oh, here's the integrations. Bingo. So Google Calendar, all right? You can add these appointments to your Google Calendar. So the customer makes an appointment and it goes directly to your Google Calendar. If you already have an appointment for that time on your Google Calendar, it will not allow your customer to schedule an appointment for that same time and day. All right, so super cool. There's some other stuff here that you can customize. Title of your form, the conditions. You can play around with it. I'm not going to do that for this video. Here's the link though. So you can copy this link and I'm going to, I'll click open a new tab. This is how my form looks when my customer gets ready to book. All right, I have not customized it, add no colors or customized fonts or nothing. This is just basic, but you can play around with it, guys. And then I want to know, I want to be able to tell you for the free, how many form submissions you can get for the month. Let me see if I can find it. Pricing. All right, so that's that, but we got free. So look at this, but if you pay $19.50 a month, you can make 25 forms and 1,000 monthly submissions on each form. One user, you have unlimited space, all of that. You can take payments, etc. So yeah, it's a pretty cool form. I used it for free for years. I never paid for it because I didn't get that many people booking an appointment online with me. And I still don't, but I still like offering it as an option for people to be able to schedule me, so they don't have to try to wait till I open to call me and make an appointment. Okay, so signing out of here. And now I'm going to go to Cognito Forms. Yes, I used to use Cognito Forms too. I like their forms because you can add the questions side by side. That was pretty cool for me. Okay, I don't have an account with them anymore. So this is something that you guys are going to have to do your own legwork and take a look at. Okay, but here are some of their forms. So here's some of the templates. You see that? I like it. You can move these fields so that they're next to each other and not just, above or below. I really like that. And then you have type form, which is another form builder. Okay. Templates, let's look. Sign up forms. Client information, preview. So with their forms, it's like a one page. It's not all of the questions on one page. It's a one page per thing, okay? So yeah, that's type form. And what was the other one I told you? Zoho Forms is what I use. Zoho right here. Sign in. Let me sign in. Show you guys one of the forms that I have, and then we're gonna move on. There we go. All right. So my Zoho Forms looks like this. So I have a contact form. It just looks like this, and it looks plain like this because I have it embedded on my website so that it matches the website theme. Here, I did customize it. It looks like this. I'm just going to type anything here. And it It's integrated with my my calendar with Zoho because I use Zoho Calendar for everything. So that way I won't have, now I have here where depending on what question you choose, it will populate the next question based on what you choose. All right, so I put on there no additional signers and it skipped over to witnesses required. Now, if I clicked yes here, it would change so that you can add additional signers. So that's what I mean. So it's adaptive. So I'm going to put no. It's going to take me to witnesses required. I could put yes, but I'm going to put no. And then it's going to go right on over to upload your files so that, you know, the notary can view them. Okay. And then you will click schedule now. I will get the notification along with the documents, and then I will reach out. I also have an email that goes out automatically to give them tips on how to prepare for the appointment. Okay. And I can show you guys how that email looks. You see this? So I click here and I get access to all the forms that is in my subscription. I love it. All right. So anyway, go to my mail, go to templates, and my template here. All right. So this is just one. This is for my immigration document assistance appointment. Just telling you how to prepare and you know what to expect. Let me get another one though. Let's see. Your upcoming mobile appointment. So here, I'm telling them how to prepare for their appointment. This email automatically goes to them once they schedule the appointment. I also have a button here where they can click and they can upload documents for my review. And I can print them out for them if they need me to. And, you know, they are to answer these questions in a reply email to me. Okay. So having all of this set up, just having everything streamlined, okay, is ideal. Now, let me show you guys how the spreadsheet will look for any of my forms here. All right, so I will go to all entries. And if I had any entries here, it will go here. And then I could export it to a PDF or a CSV, which go to Excel. All right. Oops. Go to forms. Now, since Zoho has a appointment booking app, I don't use forms to collect appointments anymore. Let me see. I used to use forms to collect documents from people. Oh no, that's for something else. Let me see. If I still have it. I may not have it anymore. Mm, okay, my I-9 verification log. I have some there because I've done some I-9. So I collect information from people here. Okay. I'm not going to share their information, but it shows all of the information I collected. It even collects signatures from everybody who I did an I-9 for. I use this to collect information for I-9 so that I can remember who I did an I-9 for and the company it was for, just in case I'm questioning. It's important to keep some type of log for anything that you're putting your name on, in my opinion. Okay, so that's that. I could have exported that to a spreadsheet. I also have here my ceremony planning questionnaire where they will answer the questions for their ceremony so that I would know what's going on. It's about 5 pages long, but it's very thorough because I need to know if I'm going to be doing a whole wedding ceremony, how to put information together, right? And then they can review their answers and then they can go ahead and save and send to me. All right. And they can also print it. So yeah, that is how I use my forms. All right. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen. You guys have any questions about forms and spreadsheets? Another form I have, let me see, it's for apostles. So when a person needs an apostle and document translations, I have a form for that. okay, because I need to collect information. The reason why I like using forms is because sometimes I'm not available via phone or text, especially if I'm already working with a customer. It's just super easy for them to go online and fill out the information for me to reach out to them when I have availability. Sometimes a customer will call and I'll let them know because I always answer my phone. I'll let them know, hey, I'm actually with the customer right now. Can I please give you a call back? Oh, well, real quick, I just want to know if you had any availability later on tomorrow. Well, I can look right now, but I will give you a call back as soon as I leave my customer. Well, I mean, do you know like a roundabout? No, I don't. But if you go on my website, you will be able to see my calendar and you can schedule an appointment that way. So I'm gonna show you guys how my um, appointment scheduling looks. Okay. If you use Calendly, then you would already know what that looks like. So let's go. I'm gonna go back here because I have access to my apps. This is why I don't have to use the forms anymore because since Zoho has updated their bookings, because Zoho bookings that did have some glitches before. This lets me see my calendar. All right. So my calendar for the month was here. Okay. And then you can go to my booking page and I have a few workspaces, but let's go to the notary one. All right. So when they go to my notary appointment page, they select a service, they pick a date, they pick a time. If these time slots, if any of them are taken, they're going to be grayed out. So that means that they cannot schedule the time at the same time someone else has already. That's it. They click book appointment, and this is where they have to answer the questions. Name, email, phone, this is the title, description of the document you need notarized, how many signers, witnesses needed, where would you like to meet for service? Please list the name and address of location. They're going to acknowledge my terms of service, and they're going to click schedule appointment. And that's it. And my customers really like the convenience to be able to do that. I've collected appointments anywhere from 1 in the morning to 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Okay. Just depends on when the person needs to schedule an appointment. And I prefer appointments. I don't like, doing spur of the moment unless it's just absolutely needed. Now, what are some key benefits to using spreadsheets? Now, we talked about the forms, why they're important, but spreadsheets are super important too. I use spreadsheets to keep track of miles driven. I use spreadsheets to keep track of how many notarizations I've done, how many stamps, because you know that you can use that at the end of the year when you're doing taxes, right? Keeping track of your stamps. I like to keep track of how many online notary sessions I've done. I like to keep track of how much taxes I have to pay per month, depending on my profits, which is my revenue minus my expenses. Okay, so I have spreadsheets for all of that because it's important that you keep track of all of that. And so I'm able to filter them and download them. As a matter of fact, I think I have one saved because I just did my end of the year and end of the quarter reporting. And let me show you guys. I'm going to share my screen again. I think I still have it saved, but just want to show you an example of how important these spreadsheets are. Let me go on let's see if I still got it. Yes, I do. All right, let me move this over here so you guys can see. All right, so this is a spreadsheet of all of the notary sessions I've completed on the different platforms that I work on. All right. And when I was telling you guys about, filtering these, sometimes I need to know how much I did for the month as opposed to the whole year. So if you go over here to sort and filter and click filter, now I have filters here. So if I just want to look up 1 month, I can deselect all and just go to the month. So I want to see what I did last month. I want to show June only. Okay. And this is how many sessions I did in June. Okay. On one notary because I do service some of their clients. So hold on. I want to show you guys. how this looks because unfortunately when it exports, it has a space in front of each number. That's why you see everything green. All right. So I want to be able to calculate this. Select it all and click this little funny E looking color here to sum. I did 133 online notary sessions for the month of June. All right. Terry said here, some states may not make it mandatory for having a journal, but for your records and possible court date later, you are able to look back on who was at the appointment and any other notes of importance. You are correct, Terry. Very important that you keep a journal, whether your state requires it or not. But if your state does require a journal, and you guys saw how I made my own journal, you want to make sure that's okay. Because, like, for example, I had a student in Montana. She could not make her own journal. She had to use one that was approved by her state by a vendor. So that's why I made mention of that. So you want to make sure that you check with your state before you start following what everybody else is doing. You know, you can't do what I can do if you're not in the state that I'm in. But thank you, Terry, for making mention of that. That is super important, guys. All right, so for June, that's how many sessions I did, and I want to know that. Okay. Um, yeah, so that's it for the spreadsheet. For that, I'm going to click out of there. No, I don't want to save it. All right, so I can stop sharing. And you may use spreadsheets already for several different reasons for your business, but I use spreadsheets for everything because I have to keep track of numbers. When you are running a business, numbers are important. If you don't know your numbers for your business, then you are not operating and managing your business effectively. And you want to be able to do that. Okay. You can't call yourself a business owner if you don't have your ducks in a row. So being organized is super important. Um, Also, collecting customer information. Okay, so if you are not using a um, CRM, okay, customer relation management software, then you need to have something. Okay, so Google Sheets, have your own Excel sheet, using that to collect customer information for marketing. Okay, and keeping them up to date with stuff, especially when you need to keep track of the clients that you have. All right, like my direct clients and attorneys that I work with, even signing services. I need to keep all that information so that I am able to get to it. Let's just say I'm going to be closed for the week. I want to shoot everybody an email. Having everybody information in a CRM or a spreadsheet is super important for you to be able to do that with ease. Okay, you don't want to have to go back through all your emails trying to see who you work with, get their information. No, you should be keeping track of this beforehand. Everybody should have records of everybody that they're working with, customer or client. All right. Um, what else do I use spreadsheets for? Accounting. Now, I use an accounting software, but there are some people who prefer pen and paper. So, using spreadsheets for that as well, keeping track of revenue, keeping track of expenses. Super important because at the end of the year, you need to have that profit and loss statement that you can show to your tax preparer so they know what the heck went on with your business for the year. Spreadsheets are super important for that. Um, like I told you, I use spreadsheets to keep track of taxes too. How much am I to pay for taxes every month? Okay, because that's important to keep track of. Let me see. Do I have any other? And performance, of course. Remember, I showed you guys that survey. That survey exports over to a spreadsheet. So you can see how many satisfied customers you've had, how many reviews have you collected for the month. You may want to share that with your audience, in a social media post. I collected however many reviews this month from happy customers. Check out my Google page or whatever platform you're using to collect reviews on, having a spreadsheet to keep track of that as well. So I pretty much use a spreadsheet for everything. And I hope that you guys found this information useful so that you can keep track of what is going on in your business. Okay. Everything that you do for your business should be accessible with the click of a button. All right. Or if you are using pen and paper, you should be able to go to a file cabinet, go right to that folder, and pull out what you need. Always, always keep track of everything that's going on with your business, guys. You're welcome, D. Did you guys have any questions? I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. We've been on here for 45 minutes. Another, like I was telling you guys, apostles, because I do those a lot. And I like to keep track of the person and the tracking number and what the apostle was for, how many, you know, just in case I am not getting it directly back in the mail. I had a customer who was here. We did her apostle here, but she was going back home to New York. So she got her apostle shipped right to her from my courier. And she did get it. So I got to keep track of that. Since I'm not getting it, I need to make sure she got it. Document translations. I need to keep track of that too, because I need to be able to tell my customers what their turnaround time is going to be, and I got to keep track of that, right? I can't promise them services and then not know what's going on. All right, so I do spreadsheets for that too. I got spreadsheets for everything, but it works out in the end. You put in all the work in the beginning, and it ends up working out for you in the end. All right. Oh well, D, that's why you got to watch the recording. You can watch the recording. Um, Thank you guys so much for tuning in with me tonight. I always appreciate the company because I hate to just be talking to myself. Let me go ahead and share their comments because I'm really bad at that. All right, D said very useful. Terry said great information. I appreciate you, Terry, too. I really do. And then D says she got to go and rewatch, and that's perfect for this platform because once I end the stream, you can just watch the recording. All right, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you found this helpful, someone else will too. So make sure that you share the wealth. I am going to, make sure I share on all of my pages. You guys have a great week. If you like the video, make sure you like it, share it, click the subscribe because when I go live, you want to know, right? So thank you again, and I will see you guys next Sunday. Have a wonderful week. Bye.